Woodworkers. So today I'm going to be planning the week of July 22nd through July 28th in my weekly spread. This is my spread I use for my social media posts. So I'm going to go ahead and have fun with it, incorporate a drawing, and I really wanted to use 2 sticker books in general. I will be using the Radiate Positivity Value Pack sticker book. The reason I want to use this are the planner discs towards the back. I want to incorporate these in a fun way with my drawing and just show how the planner community radiates positivity through our love of planning. And also, I wanted to use the Faith Warrior accessory book. Miss Faith Warrior is really awesome, and I know a lot of you guys use this for Bible study and in your Faith Warrior planner. But I really love the stickers on here. They're really so positive and express, you know, your faith and what helps you get through life. Even these ones right here where it says soul care, super cute. They have some really great square stickers in here as well. So I really wanted to incorporate some of these stickers with the Radiate Positivity Value Pack stickers and see how I can come up with something fun to express how I try to radiate positivity every day as a light worker of God. And let's get to it. All right, so I found this pack of washi tape at Walmart in their back to school section. So this is what it looks like up close. There we go, zoom in. So I'm going to use one of these to help cover up some of this green because I want to go with a little bit more of a colorful scheme in regards to this spread. So let's see which one I end up picking. All right, so all I'm doing is putting my thin washi tape down the middle stripes. I'm going to leave this one alone. I want to keep the green still there so it still brings in a little bit of the green of the spread itself, the colors that already come with the planner. But at least these will bring in some of the colors that I'll be using with the planner disc and some of the other stickers from Faith Warrior. My journaling sticker book, I love this journaling sticker book. You'll see this is the one that's 1868 pieces. Great thing about this is it has a lot of awesome stickers in here that you could customize to fit your spread. So these you could use to label titles and even like colorful boxes. You could use the zebra mild liners to kind of outline this and bring some color to it. But I really love using these stickers. I love the banners as well. And I use these larger stickers to draw on. It's easy to draw on these and your markers will not bleed through onto the next sheet. That's why I love using these when I draw, because I use art markers and art markers will bleed on the sheets if you were to draw just on it directly. But if you put the sticker on it, it won't bleed. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this large one or this smaller one. What I'm planning on doing is drawing just a person and how they're radiating positivity. And I just got to figure out where I want it to be shooting out the disc to radiate. Because I just always try to space it out where I have enough space to still add my posts that I need to put each day and still be decorative. So I think if I put it here, I could still put some discs shooting out this way and have some shooting in out this way, and then I could just put some phrases and stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down right here. If I'm drawing someone, I'll look at a photo on my iPad, but for now, since I'm kind of doing this free drawing, it's just going to be a representation of just someone radiating positivity and light that I believe everybody has inside them. That's why I wanted to draw this. It's just, I'm a big believer that, you know, we all are beautiful lights inside, and sometimes we might have moments in life that take us down different roads, but it will always go back to that. And so that's why I wanted to kind of incorporate how we all have this beautiful light inside of us radiating out through us. And I'm going to be using the planner disc to represent the light shooting out of us, since we are all a community of planners just trying to promote positivity and light onto others. So basically what I start doing is just drawing out the outline of what I want, and then I will go in and make it more detailed. This way it's easy for me to kind of just get an idea of where everything's going to lay. So this is what I'm saying, like I start out one way and then I just keep changing until I feel comfortable and happy with what I'm seeing. So I guess you could see it's a little representation of myself through this drawing. All right, she's looking good. So now I want to add a design here from the Happy Planner because it's a Happy Planner that is just radiating positivity. So I think I'm gonna do the happy face so everybody knows that's the Happy Planner. And I can't fit everything it says, so I'll just say so happy instead of so much happy. That's just a little representation of it. There we go. So there's my girl. Now the next step will be to marker in with my marker. And I have 3 different sizes. I have right here the 1 tip, 3 tip, and 5 tip. Now for something like this, I definitely recommend markering in with a Micron #1. It is a finer tip on it versus the other ones because it'll be a little bit thicker. Like the #5 has a thicker tip. So then if you were to outline this, it might, especially for these small details, it might overlap it too much and it'll be too thick. So I always go in with the #1. Okay, so all I do is just go slowly and take my time and outline it with the marker. And as you can see already, this is pretty thick of a line even with the #1. So that's why you definitely want to, if you're outlining your drawings that you're going to marker in, I recommend using a #1 fine tip marker. This one's the Micron like I mentioned. They also have some fine tip ones from Sharpie, but I feel like the Micron ones give you a little bit more option in regards to the thickness of the ink that you're laying down. Right, now that I have my drawing outlined, I use an eraser to erase the pencil marks that are left behind. I use the high polymer eraser from Pentel. This is really great. It's a plastic eraser and it's really great. It does helps from, you know, smearing your drawings, erases what you need to, and doesn't smudge or anything. So I really recommend this for anybody that's into drawing. This is a great eraser in regards to keeping everything nice and clean. And all right, so I have my markers here ready to go. I'm going to marker this in and show you guys how I do it. I use 2 brands of markers, art markers. I have the Copic Ciao marker right here, and then I also like to use the Artist Loft art marker. Both of them are really great. They both have fine tips on one end and a little bit thicker tip on the other. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is one end, and then the thin side. Really great. In regards to both of them, I feel like both are really great quality, but this does last longer. The Copic does last longer than Artist Loft. It's a little bit pricier, but better quality, but both of them work really great. This is a great option for this one. Right, so I like using the fine tip side of the markers. It's easier to control where you're placing your ink. And then I just start kind of coloring in what I want to. Don't be scared if you see a little weird like color behind this, because since I have washi tape, it's just gonna show through a little bit when you're coloring, but once it dries to the color that you have and you won't see that color behind the actual shirt. And then I just always make sure I have a piece of paper with me where I could swatch my colors. So I'm gonna get one ready. And I like to have it here so I could just kind of swatch what color I want to place in here. Now I'm looking for something for her shirt just to represent the white. So I'm going to do this color to represent a white shirt. And you can always outline the shirt a little bit with gray marker to kind of add a little bit more detail to it. It's really simple. And then I have this one, it's called Denim. So this one would be perfect. And I always recommend do not open your markers on top of your sheets because these sometimes will spit out a little color. So I always do it to the edge of, like right here, I do it to the edge, open it here. And that way it doesn't splatter color onto your awesome spread that you're working on. So then I'm going to just start coloring in the jeans. And you can always go in with a little bit of a darker color to outline the jeans as well to give it a little bit more dimension. So I always just like going in with the color first, and then if I need to add more dimension to it, I add more to it, which these jeans do need a little bit more dimension. So then I kind of just go over here, And that's where I kind of just test out my colors too. So see how just adding a little bit of that dark blue on the pockets gives a little bit more of an outline. And then I just kind of like going a little bit on the pant legs just to outline them a little bit more. And just create a little bit of a more dimension to it than it just being colored in. So it's still in the same family group, it's just adding a little bit more detail to it. And then like I mentioned before, you could go in with a little bit of a gray marker. This one's a little too light. So then I'll go to the next color up. So for example, this says N2, N3, so they go up in tones. So I will try out N3 and see if that's the gray I'd like to have. Yep. So then I just go ahead and outline the shirt a little bit. That's how I like to outline my white shirts. It's kind of with a little bit of gray, a little bit of color. All right, so for skin tone, I like to use the Copic ones. I feel like they have the best skin tone markers. These are the markers they have in regards to their skin tone line. And since this is gonna be a representation of myself, I always like going in with E00, and this is Cotton Pearl. And then I like to outline the skin tone with E11. This one is Barley Beige. These are two that I like to use in regards to a little bit of a lighter skin tone. And since I have a little bit more of an olive tone to myself, that's when I do the outline. So then I just go in like that. Like I mentioned, see how you see that little line there? Do not get scared that you're going to see that line. It will just show through a little bit while the marker is still wet. And then once you let it dry, it disappears because it's just the underlining of the spread. So then now I will go in with this and just to add a little bit more dimension to the skin tone. And then I like to do this right underneath the chin, kind of where you would see shadow. That's where I would normally place my marker. And then along the hairline, a little bit on the ears, a little bit on cheekbone area. And then I like to do the nose too. So that's how I outline with this color, just to add a little bit more dimension to it. And then now we can go into the hair. So for my hair color, I like to use these two. This one is E15 Dark Suntan, and this one is E18 Copper. I like to do this lighter color first, and then I use the darker color just to add a little bit more, like I mentioned, dimension. It's always about playing with your markers and adding different colors and tones to get to the final result. If you just leave it with one marker color, it's good, it's fine, but like if you really want to add dimension and movement to it, you could do so much with markers. So my hair, since I do color my hair, but it does have a little bit of a red tone to it, undertone on it, and that is brunette. So I like to start with a little bit of a reddish brown, and then I go in with a darker brown to just add dimension to it. So see how with this, you could kind of just add even like the lines of your hair, just to add like the texture feel that you feel when you see hair. And you could still see a little bit of that reddish tone underneath. But it adds dimension and it plays with it. Like you can see light and dark tones because hair is not just one color, it has some multi-dimensions. All right, so I know I want to add a these planner discs in here, kind of shooting out of her, but I also want to make sure I have space for my squares. So I think I normally add my colorful boxes towards the end of the layout, but I'm gonna add them first so that way I could kind of overlay my stickers on them. I really like these ones right here with the rose gold trim on it. These are really nice too with the book. It's really cute. I like that. Might use one of those. And where are the ones that I was showing you guys earlier? Even like their checklist, I might add one of these because these are really fun. Which I think I might add this one. I think it'll be a fun color. Yeah. So I will add a checklist to my Friday. That's when I tend to post the most. Now, when it does pass the line right there, I like to cut that off. Where did I put my, oh, here it is, my X-Acto knife. So I'll just grab the X-Acto knife and cut off the excess on there so it's not covering the green trim. I like the stickers to stay inside the square themselves. These all have like these rainbow colors, so I'm definitely going to incorporate these. Even though this says notes, you could still use it to incorporate what you need to get done. So I like to put squares on each day, especially for my Instagram posts, because this is what I use to post, or to keep a schedule of when I'm posting items. Should I put that there? I think I'm going to keep this one. No, actually right here. And then I might add a small little square here, like the one that I showed you guys. But I definitely want to add some more squares on this side. Since this is the drawing on this side, definitely want to add more squares on this side. So I already added green, so I'm going to add some of the pink ones. Let's see. So that could go right there. So I'm going to start adding these planner discs like they're shooting out of her. And I think I'm going to add them as they are laid out from red to violet. This looks super cute. So it looks kind of like a rainbow on her. Now I'm seeing that I might need to actually move some of these. So this is the good thing, is like you kind of play around with it. So I need to move this down a little bit more so I have enough space, because there are 7 discs and I want to make sure I have enough space for all of them. So make sure when you're putting these down, don't place them down too. Alright guys, so my battery died halfway through me putting this row, but what I did is just position all my discs around, and then I added another row right above it, and that way she's radiating the positivity, the light that the planner community does so well. So now I am going to hold off on adding more disc. I might add a phrase here and add some more stuff, and if I want to, I'll add a little more of the disc just around the actual spoon. Really enjoying how the mix of Radiate Positivity and Flav Warrior really brought this spread together. And I want to use a couple more of the stickers in here because I have some really beautiful stickers in here. Just trying to see which one I want because I need something to fill right here. So I have where I'm going to post each day. I have a little checklist here to get me prepped up for anything that I might need to add. And on Tuesday I chose not to put anything that I'm posting. I probably might add something at the end, but if not, for now it's just how it is. But I feel like I could add some really cool, I like this one that says plan a happy life. I don't know if that's gonna be too big for here. Let's see real quick. So what I like to do is kind of just overlay it on there and then just kind of figure out because I think that would look really well with the rainbow aspect. Or even the one that says dream big would be nice. So it goes with there's only one you, dream big, share his love. Maybe that might actually be nice. Then I feel like there's a lot of the black writing in here, so now I'm gonna have to put this back on. Let's see. I thought there was one that I liked in here. I do like the Plan a Happy Life, but I feel like it's a little too big for what's going on in there. I like this Radiate Positivity, actually. Then it goes with the whole concept of radiating positivity. Okay, that actually looks nice. Let's just check it. I'm gonna look at it like this. I do like that. I think it's really cool. There's a good balance of the black writing and then the colors. Good mix. Now for these little spaces here, I'm gonna just add a couple of the planner discs just to kind of incorporate that throughout the spread. So I will just pop some in here and there, just to bring it together. I think right there is actually good. Or actually a little bit higher up. Okay, I like that. Then we need just like one over here on this side, and I think I'm gonna do the purple one. Actually, I think I'm gonna add it on because I feel like it's kind of counteracting that look. So we might just put it on here. Yeah, that looks good. Might be too much overboard. But I really love how this turned out. I think this is great. I don't need to go too crazy. There's still space for me to add more if I need to in regards to writing. But I think this is good right here. So this is the final spread. Final look. I really love how it turned out, and I'll show you a up close look at it. Our final product, our final spread. I love how it turned out. I really love the final look of it. It's exactly what I envisioned, with just myself there radiating some positivity and some light, some of God's love. And I love these stickers from the Faith Warrior sticker book. They have some really great stickers that you can incorporate with the Radiate Positivity sticker book. Just even this one in the corner right here with all the rainbow colors and just the bright sayings, and the calligraphy is awesome. And then even the square boxes that I was able to use from Faith Warrior was great because they just really make these spreads pop. I really love it. And even how she turned out with the planner disc. I had envisioned the planner disc like this when I first saw them, and I'm happy I was able to bring them to life. So it's just about bringing in stuff that you love and mixing in other sticker books, guys. I really love using some of the older release sticker books with the new release sticker books and seeing how they can work together and mesh well. And even adding this washi tape really brought this spread together, because this is like a palm leaf summer theme, but I was able to make it work together with just a couple of, colors from the washi tape, bringing that along with the additional rainbow colored stickers. It's just really awesome. I love it so much. And thanks for watching this plan with me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and let me know if you want to keep seeing more of these plan with me's in the future. Peace and love.